What's going on, guys? Anthony Sears here. Today we are in the northwestern corner of Pennsylvania in a region known as Allegheny, or the Allegheny National Forest. The Allegheny National Forest is the least visited national forest in the country. And it's fascinating because it's located within a 4 or 5 hour drive of places like Boston, New York City, and Buffalo. So we're gonna go check it out. I think we got a really solid one lined up for today, and I'll talk to you soon. I got a Maverick as a rental. I actually really like it. Feels like a truck, drives like a truck. Real nice. I think it's brand new. You can see some of the street. There's a river down there. We are far, far away from any cities. Completely, you can smell how fresh it is outside, which is kind of cool. And the owner mentioned that they see bald eagles, hawks, all types of animals. He did say they see an occasional bear, so eyes are on the lookout for that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here, just an old barn. But we're gonna take an adventure, go explore the rest of northwestern Pennsylvania, maybe dip in upstate New York. We're up there yesterday, but yeah, let's go check out more of it. Here we are next to the Conewango Creek. Now, it reminds me a little bit of whitewater rafting. Not saying it's anything close to West Virginia or Colorado, but I do see some rapids. Just a little bit, and I wouldn't... Whoa, did you see that fish? One thing I did notice is the river. The river is super clean. I don't see a lick of trash over here, and you can see they probably take that pretty seriously. Littering prohibited, as it should be. But yeah, look at this. You got the river flowing this way, then you got rapids coming back this way. Would not advise swimming in here. There's the rental behind me, Ford Maverick. The thing is sweet. It's perfect. The Maverick is just perfect for these conditions. Absolutely perfect. We are here at Kinzua Point in the Allegheny National Forest. So right behind me here is a massive expanse of reservoir that just stretches for miles throughout the park. So it's a beautiful spot. I don't know who this reservoir services. If you know, let me know in the comments, but we'll take a look, learn a little bit about this area. So Kinzua Point is actually named for the Native Americans. So Kinzua Point, acknowledging the community of Kinzua, which was located directly north of the Kinzua Point Information Center. So primary tribes here, Iroquois, Seneca. They also talk about Algonquin being the neighbors. And they also mention longhouses, which is an interesting concept, just because we're always taught about teepees being the Native Americans' primary home. But if you look here, longhouses, 200 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 20 feet high. Inside the longhouse, raised platforms created a second story, which was used for sleeping space. Mats and wood screens divided the longhouse into separate rooms. Each longhouse housed an entire clan, as many as 60 people. So if we look over here, we see a gentleman named Deerfoot who competed as a competitive runner and actually ran overseas. And then we have Blacksnake, who looks like was one of their leaders, Governor Blacksnake, a man of rare intellectual and moral power. So as a war chief, Blacksnake fought alongside the British during the Revolutionary War, and then later fought with the Americans against the British in the War of 1812. And then he eventually went on to become a landowner. So Black Snake, very interesting story. That's movie material right there, to say the least. But very interesting. You come here, you learn something new about our history, about American culture, about the Native Americans, and it really opens up your perspective, and you definitely learn a thing or two every time you come out to a spot like this. Just really beautiful. You have to figure that fish were a massive part of the Native American diet, lifestyle, and culture in this area, because if we look over here, you can see the amount of fish that I presume live for the most part in this reservoir. So you have catfish, minnows, perches, sunfish, trouts, etc. I'm sure that all these aren't in this reservoir, but I would say a decent amount of them are. And then one more thing I did want to show you guys that will probably freak out a lot of people. It definitely freaked out myself a little bit. So, warning: ticks commonly found in Pennsylvania. Tick bites can cause Lyme disease and other tick-borne infections. So the one you really want to avoid, the Lone Star tick. Lone Star ticks make you allergic to meat. I don't want to become allergic to meat. I don't think you want to become allergic to meat. Let's just avoid Lone Star ticks. Fortunately, you know, I'm wearing boots and long jeans, but that's definitely no guarantee. So let's hope for the best and watch out for ticks. So we're now inside of the Kinzua Viaduct Museum. You can see out there, there's the train bridge. Unfortunately closed for construction right now, but we're gonna go take a look. Kinzua Bridge, which was the tallest and longest bridge of its time, just embodied everything about the Industrial Revolution. Just to put the bridge's size into perspective, it's about the same size as the Statue of Liberty. That's incredible. I just found a maple syrup farm. Unfortunately, they're closed, but take a look at these trees. They're tapping all of these trees over here, then way behind back there.
Crazy how it's sitting still. Alright, this would be a good shot of the lightning right here. Whoa!
This is the Fenton Guards, the 1st National Guard unit in Jamestown, New York.
Almost heaven, Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Oh, mountain mama, Lord, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miners and